You might be asking yourself, where am I? And how do I have this microphone in front of me? Well, here at the TT, we like to get things done no matter where we are. And currently I'm on a frozen body of lake.
What?
In the middle of nowhere. And you might be asking yourself, how am I recording this? We are resourceful. I've received a few gift cards to pay Wi-Fi bills. Where is the Wi-Fi? Don't ask questions when you get sent Google Play cards. You can do anything. So, it's cold AF right now. So let's see if the Catfish team linking up with Trilogy Media can heat things up.
Dad, these people have turned you into a liar.
I've sent her approximately $330,000.
This man has sent over $300,000 to his internet girlfriend.
Why did
And I've got a list of the items that she's bought. You know, total is basically $4 million. I said, well, maybe I can help you with some of the stuff, and I was able to.
Alan's family is afraid that he will sell his vintage Porsche to get her back to the United States.
What a beautiful car.
In collaboration with our good friends at Trilogy Media, we're gonna work hard to free Alan from this terrible scam.
While you're chasing this fairy tale that you created in your head, your whole family is suffering.
We'll even hunt down the man that he sent money to.
You cannot hide from us. We're still gonna find you.
Evan?
Yeah, he ain't.
Stop filming my camera.
Stop filming my
Sorry, we'll get out of
damn
your way.
property.
Strap in, seekers. This is a wild ride. Let's get into it.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Right, that's the most energetic I've ever seen the Catfish team. Not sure what's happened. They've drunk something or taken something before this filming. But if you have 4 million available sitting in the bank somewhere, but you think, no, I need to send this person art sculptures, then you need to send the money to me because you're clearly using it very wrong.
So he's under conservatorship right now. He's still trying to go around them
As
as
he
much
should
as he
be.
can. He's never seen this person. It's all been through text and through emails. He's still totally bought in. We're probably about 300K now. The last thing that I saw, he started cashing in life insurance policies.
Yeah, well done.
So
Adam,
that was
man.
a new one as a way to get around, you know, all the other things that we closed down for him.
Nice.
It's bad.
Yeah, it
Well,
is.
I'm retired, and I volunteered down at the National World War I Museum here in Kansas City. So I was a platoon leader in a direct automotive support company, assistant battalion adjutant. I go to church. I attend church every Sunday, and I volunteer for various things at church. You know, I'm a Trump guy, so I think Biden's an idiot. I think the people that he has are idiots. I own a Porsche, so I go to Porsche Club meetings. I got an old 71 911. The Porsche Club, we have a breakfast every Saturday morning at 7.
Yeah, shut up, because the breakfast clearly the breakfast must clearly be filled with the chemicals that turn the frogs gay. Who remembers that one? You, my friend. I'm not going to get into politics, because that's not what we do here. But Trump.
30, and then every Wednesday afternoon we have a lunch get together. All right, now I don't have a wife any longer. She got killed in a house fire 7 years ago going on. But I was just trying to find somebody that I could have a relationship with. You know, like I say, I was married for 54 years, you know, so
Damn.
It's hard to find somebody to replace somebody that you've had that relationship that long with.
Well, of course.
Other than that, it's been pretty much on my own.
Alan's wife passed away in a wildfire. The two were married for 54 years, but Alan's son Sean feels that his father moved on too quickly and didn't take enough time to grieve his mother's passing.
I always
I
say
think
that.
he looks at relationships and women as widgets. This widget's gone, I need a new widget. I hate to say that, but I mean, my mom died 6 years ago. 2 weeks after my mom was in the ground, my dad got involved in a scam.
This is when Alan decided to open up a dating profile.
No, sorry. Cue the Kevin Hart meme.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Are you telling me that 2 weeks after your wife has passed, your 50+ year wife, right? Not age, the relationship. And 2 weeks, 14 days, right? 2 weeks has passed. And you say to yourself, yeah, I've had enough. I need another woman in my life. I'm so sorry, right? And I know this might come across as very harsh. However, nobody can tell me that 2 weeks is an acceptable amount of time to grieve your partner's death after they've died in a fire. I'm so sorry, but this man, I don't want to call him a piece of shit already, but that's a piece of shit. No?
I got onto several different things like Match.
And this is when it all began.
I can't believe this.
Alan was messaged by a woman named Lisa
2 weeks.
who instantly caught his eye.
The first time she got in contact, she reached out to me.
I'll bet she
Said
did.
She liked what she saw and wanted me to send her some information about myself, I told her about myself, I was...
No, I'm sorry. Now, in that picture, granted, Lisa looks like an older woman, but has anyone ever told someone, can you send me some info about yourself, please? Are you the police? Are you the TT? Are you one of the interrogators here at the Turkish Taliban? You want a job? Do you want a job? I'm still reeling over the fact that man moved on after 2 weeks. I wouldn't even call that moving on. He evicted himself. At that point, he evicted himself. He grabbed himself and I don't think I will get over that. So that's just gonna be here in my big head right here. You scum. I'm sorry, but oh my God.
Had been married, and my age and where I lived, and her name is Lissa.
Lissa?
55 years old, I believe. 5'8", 5'10", something like that. Yeah, she's a brunette.
Shut your mouth. Lissa. Now, unless she pronounces it Lissa, I think it might be Lisa. So much has happened in the first few minutes. My ass is puckered up. And it's not because it's cold AF, but it slightly is. And why would it pucker up in the cold? Perhaps I should see a doctor.
Stop it. Get some help.
She's very attractive. She was born in Germany. She was raised in England. She was a gemstone collector or entrepreneur, I guess. She was buying gemstones and selling them, that type of thing.
Oh, that's actually quite a cool job.
Flew to Malaysia, started looking around to buy things to bring them back for resale in the U.S.
What happened? She got ambushed.
She seemed very, very friendly. She's always been very supportive of what I'm doing, and she says that she would like to share that with me, basically. She was interested in me, not particularly the money that I had or anything along those lines.
All right.
So I love you, Al.
Oh,
that's great. I'm glad you do, and I would hope that I could love you once you got here also.
All right,
I feel for her where she's at and the predicament she's in right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the predicament in one point, and I'm sure the predicament really puts the dick inside it, because she's well and truly effed, isn't she? If anyone in this real life, I've combined wife and life, world life, word life. Remember John Cena? If anyone in this life tells you after you tell them I love you, and they say, well, I'm glad you do, you take that love right back, shine it up real nice, give it a little polish, stick it straight up their candy ass, and yes, I'm infringing upon you, Rock. Come slap me, Dwayne. If anyone tells you I'm glad you love me, run away once again and love a fish or something, all right?
Unfortunately, the situation she can't get to the money that she's actually got because of the situation with her bank.
Wow.
I've seen her bank account.
Why?
Substantial. It's over
Why?
$2.5 million that she's got in her bank account down there.
Lisa's issues in Malaysia kept the two from ever meeting up in person.
Nice.
She needed to get access to her bank to get back to the United States. This is when the request for money kicked in.
Yeah, God. Oh, I
The
need
first time she
50.
she asked about money from me, I think she had an export license from the U.S. basically, and they told her that that was not good in Asia, and she had to get an Asian export license.
Right.
Because of her situation with her bank not being able to get the money out of her bank without her physically being there.
I'm sorry, I'm going to pause it there, but someone who's an entrepreneur and presumably travels the world collecting these gemstones regularly, you would think that Lisa would know that when you go to said country, you would need the export license from that particular region. Don't know if that exists. I don't know if export licenses are a thing, but you would think someone in this field would have the knowledge to know that, hey, I need this export license. And another thing, I don't know how common it is, even if you do earn so much money, to just have 2+ million sitting in your... I don't think that's very smart. So this entrepreneur, the financial planning and the planning in general when they're traveling the countries, by the way, when they're traveling the world, you really are stupid then. How have you... It's always the people with so much money that just really, you wonder, how did you get so much money? Because you clearly have no idea how to do your own job.
Her bank is in Houston, and someone previously had tried to hack into her bank account.
Houston, we have a problem.
This is great banter. It really is.
So she left the bank with the message that she
Sad
had to be there in
emoji.
person to get any money out of it.
Sad emojis. I can't access the 2 million in my bank. I would not be sending sad emojis. I'd be voice noting you ripping out my vocal cords, and perhaps you'd get a video of me stretching out my ass.
What? What the?
But, oh, that's actually next Friday's upload. Yeah, you're gonna like that.
You naughty, naughty. You teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
Agents here in the States that I would send the money to,
You have
who have
agents?
accounts
Oh.
with Chase, and I would send them the money, and they would put it through that account to get to her, basically. I have
Makes
not
sense.
sent any money directly to her.
Oh, okay,
Alan
that's
began
fine
to
then.
send money whenever Lisa requested it. She did end
forgive
up
you.
receiving the export license and sent a copy to Alan. But she needed even more money to move her furniture from Malaysia back to the United States.
Sorry?
Basic,
Sorry, I'm gonna stop you right there. What do you mean move your furniture back to the United States? Once again, if this is your real job and you travel frequently, why are you bringing furniture with you? I don't... Why are you bringing the furniture with you if you're only gonna stay a couple weeks? Do you think that's very smart, Lisa? I think you're very weak. I don't understand someone who bounces around the world. Why would you think I need to take my desk with me? It's my desk. I must bring it. You have so much money. I would buy new furniture in the country I'm in, right? Get a grip of yourself, Lisa. Lisa, listen to me and shut your mouth.
They've been conversations about her getting her purchases out of Malaysia. And I've
Idiot.
got a list of the items that she's bought, and, totals.
Right, okay, so now we understand what all of this bullshit is. Let's take a look and analyze properly. Gemstones. Of course, you'd bring your gemstones with you. That's your job. Tapestry. I don't know what tapestry is. Maybe some kind of vase or vase, as some people will pronounce it. I don't know. Jewelries? Why are you carrying 350 grand's worth of jewelries? What kind of jewelry is this? Is this jewelry that's been stripped out of the gold mines of Turkish Taliban themselves because we need them back? Bracelets. Again, you have 300 grand's worth of bracelets. What bracelets are they? These bracelets crafted by some kind of king? Paintings? Why are you carrying paintings around with you? Relic antiques? Sure, maybe they've been with you for gemstone reasons. Art sculpture. Why are you carrying art sculptures with you? Now, unless you have found these whilst you were hunting for gemstones, then I can forgive you. But, nah. I'm gonna assume that she's found them whilst... But then, where are you looking and you're finding this stuff? Because I need this job.
Basically $4 million. I said, well, maybe I can help you with some of the stuff. And I was able to. And then they said that she had to have insurance on her goods before they let her ship it out. And I think that was another 120,000, something like that.
I'm sorry, but this stock footage of the man pressing the keys like that, I'd be the same, pressing each key with absolute despair. But I wouldn't get to this point. If you are telling me that you have found 4 million worth of goods, and you need my help to ship them back, you can suck yourself right now. Suck out. You take your money, you take those valuable goods and shove it up your ass. Why would I need to help you? You clearly are rolling in the moolah, so leave me alone.
I've sent her approximately $330,000.
Nice.
What we've been talking about is getting her out of there. She's got enough money there to get out of Malaysia, except she can't get her bank to release the money.
The money that Alan has sent to Lisa began to pile up. This is when his son Sean got involved.
I really looked up to my dad for, the example that he said about being truthful and doing things the right way and kind of that. And, he kind of came from a military background, so.
Right, just because he comes from a military background, I don't think that warrants you looking up to him, but that's a story for another day. Some military people are very horrible. Don't get me wrong, you can look up to him about being truthful, etc. He's your father, of course. But it's still ringing in my ears, and look at the size of them, so they feel like church bells, right? The fact he moved on 2 weeks, yes, I'm still mentioning that. I don't think that is someone to look up to in reality, because 50 plus year marriage, but 2 weeks later, you're just gone. Now, I mentioned it in the previous reaction. Marriages are scary, bro. This man, I understand, maybe, that he was so lonely to the point where he said, I've had enough, I must find someone else. But 2 weeks? Bro, I don't even have, I was gonna say I don't have shits in 2 weeks, but then that's definitely a cause for a doctor. But I don't even forget. I haven't forgotten embarrassing shit that happened to me back at school. But you've moved on from the death of your oh, when I learn how to speak, we can make this a proper thing. But 2 weeks later, I haven't forgotten the embarrassing shit from school. And I'm in bed remembering it. And I get embarrassed in bed. As if anyone can see me. But 2 weeks, I forgot my wife. It's fine. I wouldn't look up to someone like that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Again, just the way that he is behaving is so out of character for him. And he's like, we don't know who this person is.
Oh,
my relationship with Sean is fairly strained. He has not allowed me to see my 2 granddaughters, which I'm not too happy about.
And my main point with him is, Dad, these people have turned you into a liar. Like, he lies to everybody about everything now.
No. I don't think so. I don't think the scammers have turned him into a liar because that's too much blame shifting, right? As shitheads as the scammers are, I don't think your father wasn't a liar before this. So it's very dodgy here. And I'm not one to point fingers, but I feel like there should be an investigation opened into the wife's death. Because whilst they said it was a wildfire, what does wildfire mean? Was it only her in this house at the time? Or was it a natural fire and was it only her house or their house that caught? There's questions. And I genuinely want an investigation opened.
It's really none of his concern. My money is my money.
I've tried to obviously talk all reason with him, like, hey, this person says that they're in Kuala Lumpur. And I said, Dad, buy us 2 tickets. I'll fly over there with you.
Yep.
You take out $1 million check. As long as you hand it to a real person, more power to you.
No, sorry, I'm going to stop you there, Mr. Sun Man. That's not a good justification. Because if he now sends or gives $1 million check to someone in the middle of the street right now, you're going to be happy about that? Oh, shush, yeah, I see what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to say. But, let's be realistic here. That would not be a good thing.
Well, Lissa has the opinion that
Lissa,
really it's my life and it's my money and shouldn't be that much of a concern for Sean.
Or let's hire an import-export attorney so
Yes.
we can get this person over here and get them out of their situation that they're in,
Yes.
that they're constantly in, and he won't do it.
If I can get the money to get her out of there, I'll be more than happy to do it. And I think that once she got here and Sean knows that she's real, I think we could, develop a livable relationship.
Yeah, if that was a real scenario and I'm the son in this situation, Miss Lissa, I don't want you anywhere near my father because, goodness gracious me, you've sucked him dry, and not in the good way. But whatever you do in the bedroom, you do in the bedroom. Goodness gracious me. I don't know. Again, I bring up the point of the son saying that his father is someone he looked up to. I'm sorry, but from the outside, now granted, my opinion of me sitting in this chair might mean absolutely diddly squat, and I became Ned Flanders there for a second, but it means diddly squat to these victims most of the time, 100% of the time. But this does not seem like someone I can look up to, especially for the fact that he moved on from the death of his wife of 50 years in 2 weeks. Please, never forget that.
Money is gone. You're not going to get back any of this money.
The dynamic between Alan and Sean took a rapid downturn when Sean gained control over his father's finances through a conservatorship.
I feel like a teenager as far as this conservatorship.
But you
I
are.
have to ask him to pay my bills. I have to ask him for an allowance. I have to provide him nickel and dime information with receipts.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of crap.
If you want to spend your money, great. Spend your money. Go out and buy a new car. Go on a whirlwind tour for a year. And,
Yeah.
we don't care if you spend your money. We don't want you to be defrauded out of your money.
As far as I'm concerned, conservatorship is a bunch of bullshit. She's always said that, that if I can get out of here, you'll have your money back as soon as I'm able to get to my bank. And I believe her. I hope she's real too, quite frankly. Because I think I'd enjoy being with her. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. Shut your damn mouth, Alan. You stinky, stinky breath, man. It's fitting your name is Alan. You got 2 L's in there, and it's not going good, is it?
You guys can talk to him because you're obviously way more objective than I'm going to be, because he doesn't realize all the turmoil he's caused in our family. I mean, obviously I've completely lost all trust in him. He's lying to everybody. Like, the places where he has money, he'll tell them that he's taking out money so that he can buy a Porsche. My dad has a vintage 1971 Porsche.
Right, this is an Antiques Roadshow now, yeah? I don't give a shit what kind of car he has. But the fact that this man is lying even to people who, you know, he's taking out loans with, etc. But that is absolutely just the icing on the cake, right? And then you put the cherry on top. I think this man's always been a liar. I reiterate my point from earlier. And the fact that he's chosen this random woman who never met, I don't even know if they've had a phone call, but this random woman, he's chosen her over his family. Once again, he moved on from the death of his wife of 50 plus years in 2 weeks. I'm sorry, but I don't know why that's not been mentioned enough here. I hope that it gets mentioned, you know, further on in this video. But I think we've just bat an eyelid. We've closed our eyes, just moved on. Solar vision. If that's that thing, maybe I'm waffling. But I'm sorry, I can't get over that. I genuinely cannot get over that. Why would you think a man who can do that is not capable of just lying and chew? He's a pig, bro. I really hope someone like, oh, don't say what am I gonna say.
And, you know, it's his, like, pride and joy. And I've subscribed to all these services that will tell me when one comes up for sale. I keep on getting these emails, and one time I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to see that.
So this man, I think he loves cars more than his family.
He'll do anything at all that these people tell him to do.
Bree and I finally sat down with Alan for the first time, and this is how it went. What's up, Alan? Nice to meet you. I'm Drew.
No.
Nice meeting you.
And I'm Bree.
Okay, Bree. Yep, nice meeting you.
So, Alan, your son reached out to us about Lisa, and we have a team of researchers.
Lisa.
You haven't met her in person yet, and we want to help you out.
I'm sorry, but you do realize, if anyone doesn't know the brand Bape, you do realize that the Catfish team are raking in money right now. Because Bape is not a cheap brand. I can tell you that. Goodness gracious me. I'd love a bit of the moolah, guys, because, you know, I leave the AI unfraud it tool part in my videos, so please sponsor me or something.
I mean, I know who she is. I've talked to her. I've seen pictures of her, and she's responded to me a number of times. So
Nice.
So you have no doubt.
I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
I am sure. Yeah.
You don't think it's worth us just checking into it a little bit?
Well, I'll tell you up front, I'm not going to give you all the information you've asked for on this questionnaire thing. I mean, I'll give you some of it, but I'm not going to give you all of it.
Anything you have, we can look into.
Okay.
So what about this?
I don't like this guy.
If we can verify her as a real person, we can figure out how to get her the $40,000. But you have to open up to us.
I'll give you as much as I can, but we can go ahead if you want to.
The only thing, Alan, is you have to have an open mind when we present all of this to you. There's millions of people who are going through the same thing that you're going through with Lisa. She's telling you she's stuck overseas, locked out of her bank account. We hear this story every day.
Okay.
We'll wait for you to send whatever you're comfortable with sending over to us, and we'll start searching.
I mean, there's some things I'm not going to tell you. Okay.
Yeah, we get that.
I'll be right up front with you.
In order for me to do my job, I will need as much information as I can to get started.
You can go through your questionnaire, and I mean, I didn't have to show you this stuff to start with. I'll just go through the questionnaire. We'll get where we get from that, and then I'll be happy to show you this stuff, and you can take a picture of it if you want to over the off the computer. But I'm not going to physically send it to you. No.
What would it take for us to prove to you that you're being lied to?
Prove it. She's lied to me about her origin, where she lived.
Okay, so we got a deal.
That's it.
You're gonna send everything over to us, and we'll get back to you.
Okay.
All right, Seekers. We
Sorry,
did it.
But does he say "okay" like that teacher in South Park? Okay. I don't like this guy. I think it's very obvious. If that isn't clear, I don't like this guy. It's just his whole demeanor and the way he speaks. The fact he's put himself on some pedestal. That pedestal.
Up cutting a deal with Alan, and we needed to deliver. Up until this point, he had sent over $300,000 to Lisa, and his son Sean was afraid that his next move was selling his Porsche so Lisa could get all of her
I'd let
furniture
him
back
at
to
this
the
point.
United States.
I don't
Alan
care.
did eventually get comfortable enough to send us information on Lisa so we could start to debunk some of the stories that she was
What
telling.
happened there?
Everybody around him that has a brain has told him that this is fake.
Who's this?
This is a scam, and these are the reasons why. I mean, it's just, seriously, it's just, I've seen the emails, the prurient emails that he's getting and text messages, and it's just like, I think this is a case where no matter what, he's not going to believe it.
Before our team arrived in
sorry,
Kansas
what
City,
the angle?
tension between Sean and his father built up and led to an argument.
Me and my dad got into a yelling match, like F you to each other in the family room. And he's like, no, you're gonna listen to me. I pushed him down in the chair, right? He unfortunately hit his head, right? Which was obviously not intended, felt horrible, apologized to him, whatever. So now the scammers played up on him. Well, your son assaulted you, you need to report him to the police, right? Yeah. So I pushed him down in a chair, and that sucks, and you know, whatever, but you know, they just then obviously took up on that and totally played up on it.
We see this in almost every case. The scammer's goal is to leverage anything to lure the victim away
Dirty
from family
bastards, by the
or
way.
friends. This can include making statements that the family is trying to keep them from meeting them in person or keeping them apart. In this case, the scammer used their altercation to isolate Alan.
It was
What does
just
that mean?
cleared the other day, unsubstantiated, you know, from the state of Kansas, but man,
It's caused so
two
much stress,
attorneys, yeah. He knows this was an accident. He knows that it was not intentional and that, you know, I didn't mean to harm my dad.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause it there because no doubt, serious situation, right? You didn't intend to, but he's hit his head accidentally. That's, you know, that's another thing. But goodness gracious me, the fact that he actually went and what was it? I don't know what that was, but filed for something against you. That's insane that the scammers can have that much of a hold on someone. I can't stress enough that I don't think this man genuinely cared for his family. Perhaps the grandchildren, right? But again, I must say it again, and I sound like a broken record, but a broken record does repeat the same things, and that's a horrible quote. Forget that. He moved on over the death of his wife of 50 plus years in 2 weeks and has chosen a woman he's never met over his son who is trying to help him. I'm sorry, but this man, I don't think has ever gave a shit.
Played up on that and, you know, had to go through all that, hire an attorney to defend myself in that front. It's ridiculous.
Say if, you know, he finally understands this, like what would it take to get things back to normal?
We need to go to family counseling, for sure, and straighten out some stuff, obviously. I may not like my dad right now, but I love my dad.
Yeah.
The goal is to allow us to do an IP tracker, get the actual location, hopefully get them to open up the camera. Yeah. And then what we want to do too is afterwards bring you in if you're available to talk to him. So.
Okay.
After the conversation with Sean, our team
What is
drove
this?
over to Alan's house to meet him for the first time.
Wow, what are all those stickers? I support my local police. Some other stuff.
Hey, Alan. Hey, I'm David.
Yeah.
With Social Catfish. How are you?
Okay.
Okay. Is now still a good time?
Yeah, you can come in.
We were confident that we had all of the information we needed to get Alan to understand that this profile he had been speaking to was lying about
you'd hope so.
everything.
So I want to tell you something.
Okay.
So we've been doing this for a long time. We've come and helped out families like many, many times. I want you to know that like we understand like where you're coming from. You're a grown man. You've been on your own for a long time. You've been married. You're at the point where you're lonely and you want to make your own decision.
No. What do you mean on your own for a long time? Donnie spent 2 weeks alone, bro, before he went on to find someone else. What do you mean?
You know, you don't want other people
Look
getting
at the
involved.
sweat,
you don't want people
by the
telling you
way.
what to do because you've manage your entire life on your own, your entire life, you know?
Right.
You have your assets, you have your cars, you have your hobbies, you have your friends, you have your family you built.
I'm so sorry, but what do you mean your entire life on your own? David, come on. The wife literally was there for 50 years. I don't like how we've just like discarded her, bro. Look, I love the Catfish team, right? And Trilogy Media as well. I like when they, get firm with victims and firm in general. They have a much more correct attitude to, fixing There's a poor choice of words, but I'm getting angry because I feel like we've just moved on. We've all moved on, except me, it seems like. Or maybe you, hopefully you as well, watching this. We've just forgot the wife. He wasn't alone his whole life. What's going on here? He wasn't alone for a long time. It's been 2 weeks.
Like, I want you to know, like, I truly understand, like, Art and I truly understand, like, where you're coming from.
People make their own decisions. People make their own choices. We just wanna hear you, and we wanna supply you with our experience.
Yeah, she thinks that she can sell this stuff that she bought over there for $4 million for somewhere in the neighborhood of $10 million here. I've seen her bank accounts.
Which is weird.
She gave me her password or whatever it was.
Nice.
Now she's got over $2.5 million in that. I need to get her to be able to get out of there.
I'm sorry, but are these things furniture or things that she's found, in her search for gemstones? Because now I'm genuinely confused, because if they are literally her furniture, we'll bring back the realism cow. Why are you carrying all this shit with you if you travel the world for your job? There's no brain in Alan, is there? Clearly not. And there's no heart either. This man has no empathy, no compassion for his wife. Yes, I've brought it up again, and I will continue to do so because I hate everything about this. I hate how we've just moved on from her. I get the whole point of this is that we're here for the scam, right? We're here to figure out or to show that she's fake. But I hate it.
To prove that she's real and she's, legitimate.
It's a lot of money to prove somebody's real.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we're not here to judge, but
Right.
I'm just being.
I judge.
I can afford it. Let me put it that way.
So can I, but doesn't mean that.
Wow. Flaunt your money. Just because you can afford to do something doesn't mean you should do it. You idiot. So stupid. I don't understand. There should be wisdom with these people, but there's no wisdom, bro. If I had that much money, I'm not splashing it out on someone I've never met overseas. Get a grip of yourself here, you dumbass.
I understand. I don't enjoy, spending money where I don't need to spend money.
Yeah.
So why are you doing
We're not on your son's side. We're not on your side. We're absolutely independent. We actually, as a matter of fact, this is your business. This is your money. We have nothing to do with it.
What is he doing?
We come being a third party that has no interest with anybody.
Yeah, third party, and I think Alan here is about to attend some kind of BDSM party. Why has he got a... Why is man wrapping a belt around his arms? Is he about to whip Art and David? What does any of this mean? Why is he doing this?
We do our investigation. We show the evidence. That's who we are.
I've got a friend from my hometown. I've asked him about $40,000 if I could.
Nice. I
Borrow
would have told you to
$40,000
suck out.
because I couldn't get to mine because
Right, you're gonna get your hands on money that you have, right?
if he would give her $40,000, she would get back to him with $40,500.
This is how, once again, I repeat, this man doesn't give a shit about anyone but himself. Not only are you being scammed, but you're bringing in your friends so that they can get scammed as well. I thought you could afford it. I thought you were flaunting your big bucks as you wrap the belt around your stupid hand. Get a grip of yourself. I thought you could afford it, but now you have to borrow 40k. Not so Mr. Big Time now, are you?
I said, well, how soon would you get the money to him? And she said, within a week or two.
How?
Alan was willing to do anything to see Lisa in person and get the rest of her furniture to the United States. We had to stop this and wake him up.
We're gonna lay all the cards for you, and you make a decision.
So we have this technology that we built
called
an image search. And basically, you plop in an image. We have Bree, who's an investigator, Brianne, who's an investigator.
Right.
They do a little magic behind the scenes. And
surely it existed before.
So
no?
Lisa Reese Johnson right here, and then if you look right here, this is the exact same person.
Right. Matching, right? They look identical, right?
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much,
Identical eyes, nose, the smile's the same, even the hair, the hairline, everything's the same, right? This is her LinkedIn account, right? So this is her business account. She lives in...
Damn.
She's married.
12
and she has a
years,
son.
15 years.
And so usually what we do, like when we look and see if somebody's...
I know it's not the point of this, but the fact she was at a job for 15 years and then another job 12 years, I think that's pretty unheard of nowadays, especially my generation. Bounce, 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 job to job. I find it pretty cool staying there for 15 years. But I guess back then it was different times. Nowadays, you know, any slight disrespect, see you later.
We see like all the history behind everything. So if you go through the Facebook page, I mean, we're talking tons and tons and tons of pictures, goes back years and years and years. And this is a picture of her and her son.
Right.
In fact,
Look at
all
Bree
the
in the
pictures that you
background.
have, we can probably find them from her Facebook page.
From her social media.
Yeah, her social media.
This woman in these images has nothing to do with this scam. Her photos and likeness were used to dupe Alan out of money. She has her own life and has other fake profiles on the internet.
Of course.
Alan's wheels were finally turning when we showed him the real woman's official profiles.
Are you saying that she is now in the United States and she's not in...
She never left America.
This is not the same person.
It's not the same person.
So it's somebody with a completely different name.
She has a family, she's married, she have a kid, and there is somebody who probably don't live in Malaysia, probably from a different country, pretending to be someone to get interest from you.
Yep.
And unfortunately, that interest is money.
And Alan, the stuff we didn't show you, all the fake contracts. So we found the signatures in here. So these signatures are used in other fake contract scams across the internet. Exact same signatures. And so they just go, they use an app like Photoshop, or there's apps on their phone, and then they put the stuff on documents. They go and they type this stuff up so it looks official, but it's not.
This is her passport, okay? This is her passport. You recognize this actor, you recognize this face. Maybe you saw him in the movies, maybe...
What's his name?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, right? So this is the same software that scammers use, and look at this. This is Lisa, and this is Johnny Depp.
And look at the passport number. It's kind of hard to see, but that passport number right there is the same passport number that's in this one.
So this image of the gems in the container, but this is an image that's found all over the internet. It's a stock image.
Stock image, it's an image that you can get, you can Google it, go online, take the picture. If she sends you this picture, we found exactly the same picture on the internet. Exactly identical picture. Both of them are identical.
Every photo, document, and story this person behind this profile of Lisa told Alan was completely false.
What a shock.
This is not a way to spend your life saving money. If you want to go freaking to casino and blow 300,000 and put everything on red, you know what? You go and you experience it. You have cocktail waitresses. I'm gonna be screaming and yelling, red, red, red.
No, guys, I know we're cracking jokes here, but if anyone watching this genuinely has that much money lying around, do not go to the casino and splash it all, please. That is very, very irresponsible. Alright, don't do that, please. But again, if you genuinely think that is the way you want to spend your money, you know, I can't stop you. You know, the Turkish Taliban haven't got you by the ear. Don't do it! But genuinely don't do it. That's just me.
Go, go, go! That's gonna be the best night of your life.
No.
If you lose on red and it became black, guess what? You got back home and says like, you call all your friends from school and said, guys, I just blow $300,000 on red, but I have so much fun. At least this is real. You haven't met that person and you already bought a house to a person that you never met in your life and you never FaceTime. Alan.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly, because she's asked me to get her some vanilla gift cards. $50.
Yeah, it's very common. What she can do with vanilla gift cards?
Bro, it's getting bigger.
$50, I don't know what exactly. It's, you know, it's not a big deal. $50 is not a big deal.
$333,000.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry, but you can't help someone like this who genuinely, after hearing everything that's been put in front of him, to still say, but $50, it's not a big deal. You can't help this person. I'm sorry. I get it. They're here. Let's create some content. But you can't help that. I would have walked out this door, bro. I said, you do you, man. Sell your car as well.
The first few $1,000s wasn't a big deal. The second few $1,000s wasn't a big deal. The third few $1,000s was a big deal. And now you're sitting at $330,000.
Hey guys, I got a click on the tracker.
No way. Where?
Yeah, it says Chicago.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, in Art's head right there, yeah, as soon as she said Chicago, the game plan changed, the video changed. Scrap it, pick it up. We're traveling now. Let's go find them.
The internet service provider.
Bro, I'm sorry, right? But David's shirt is he's been swimming. He's been swimming in Alan's delusion. He needs to never wear a grey shirt in front of the bright lights again. My man, please.
Sorry, mobile iPhone.
Unfortunately, the person behind this profile was using a VPN. We had to come up with another game plan to figure out where Alan's money was going.
So I take it back
A few minutes later, Sean showed up. We were about to attempt to patch up some of their relationship. We felt it was the perfect time.
No, you guys ain't
Alan
counselors.
seemed to be coming around to Lisa being a scammer.
Stop.
Your son's here.
Oh. Hey, Sean.
Hey.
Rah, I feel the love, definitely.
We had conversation early, 9 in the morning with your son.
And I want to say, like, I know your relationship is tense. Like, I know. But one thing that he said that was touching for me, and I want you to hear this.
You know, I mean, it'd be nice if we could get to the point of realization of what it's done to his family. You know, and again, he just thinks that his behavior has no impact on the people around him for some reason. And like I said, my father was a person that I looked up to, I trusted. He was always an honest person, trying me to be an honest person. And he lies about everything now.
Oh, let's hear what
There
you
is
have
a
to say.
long conversation, but the moral of the story is, while you're chasing this fairy tale that you created in your head, your whole family is suffering. I personally, I don't have kids yet, but I'm gonna pray to everybody in my life to have son like this, who no matter what, he can be mad at you, he can be angry, he can say shit, but he so deeply loves you.
He doesn't want you to not be happy. You know, he just wants you to be, you know, responsible
Look
with
how
how
red
you're
he
doing
is.
things. He loves you so much. This is like hurting him. And like in 99% of these cases we deal with, the family disowns the person that, like in your case.
Family usually gives up. Like so many cases, family is like, you know what? This is his problem. Let him deal with it. If he's whatever, stupid, or if he don't want to talk to us, that's his problem.
I do want to say about the whole families that give up on someone. I can understand why, all right? Because there are several victims that we've seen that are just too stuck in their ways that you could only help someone so much before it starts mentally impacting yourself, right? It's very draining to help someone. And this isn't a case of the father is, bedbound and physically he needs someone to take care of him. But if someone mentally doesn't want help and is happy to continue basically harming themselves financially, there's only so much the regular person can do before, of course, reaching out to professional help. I just want to say, so the people who do disown their family, I'm not condoning it. I don't think, yes, everyone should do it. No, definitely not, because I believe you can always push back and maybe the person will see the light, but I can understand why they would disown for the most part. Let's not paint them as bad guys here, because it can be incredibly difficult trying to change someone's opinion and that person doesn't want their opinion changed.
I know your wife is not here, but she's looking above and she's proud of family that you both created.
So, wait, looking above? Sorry?
Whatever, stupid, or if he don't want to talk to us, that's his problem. I know your wife is not here, but she's looking above and she's proud of family that you both created. And you have kids and you have amazing grandkids. And that money, it's your money, do whatever you want.
No.
But I'm pretty sure that your grandkids will be happy to go on vacation to Disneyland for that money that right now somebody is spending. This is all your life?
He raises a good point there. Let's put aside the fact that the wife is looking above. Not trying, don't know what that means, but that would mean she's, God rest her soul, okay? God rest her soul, because I don't feel like we've appreciated the fact that how much of a loving woman she was, and we've, discarded her. And this man, once again, moved on after 2 weeks. But going back to the point earlier where I said he probably loves his grandkids, no doubt, the way he spoke about them. But then you also then put in the front of your mind, if he really loved them so much, wouldn't he save this money for their future? Because you never know what can happen. The parents, God forbid, they pass away and they would need someone to take care of them. But Grandpa doesn't have any money now because he sent it to some woman he's never met. Please, everyone watching this, I know most of you watching this, I'm hoping 100% of you watching this will never be in this situation, but keep your eyes open, all right? And please, just don't send even a penny.
But this person have, and will have your back, regardless of your behavior.
Unfortunately, and it was a while ago, I was physically attacked by him. And I know he didn't mean to hurt me or anything.
So then,
I think he cracked a rib.
What?
And it's over. It's past.
I'm sorry, but if you had a cracked rib, did you go to the hospital then? That hasn't been mentioned here, if you've been to the hospital. And also, apparently you hit your head. So, not sure how that happens. But then again, to play devil's advocate, right? The son, we don't know the full story. We weren't there. But I don't think you cracked a rib. Otherwise, it would have been mentioned that you went to the hospital.
And he was, basically saying you're chasing a ghost, basically, or whatever. But
yes,
I didn't really appreciate getting physically attacked because of it.
Although the charges were dropped by the district attorney, Sean and Alan are still struggling to move past the rippling effect that this scam has had on their family.
Just trying to protect my father and his assets and him.
I'm sorry, but you didn't even drink. out of that cup. I'm so sorry. I heard the slurp noise, but I didn't see anything being drunk.
Protect my father and his assets and him. You don't budget for an amount that you're going to be scammed out of. You don't do that.
Fair point.
Did you go to Sarah's wedding?
No.
What?
And you didn't go to the wedding either. You didn't see Irene because the family didn't want you there because of this. That's the only reason. Kelly didn't want you to disrupt her wedding, your granddaughter's wedding.
Sorry to interrupt, Tom Cruise there, but I need to emphasize the fact that despite not being invited to a family wedding, and despite everything that's going on around him with his son, etc., not despite, with everything in consideration, the fact you still are choosing this woman, I've never, thankfully, been scammed, right? But you can't tell me that over the internet, you can love someone this much to disregard your entire family and the pain you're causing them. And the fact you weren't invited to a family wedding because they don't want you around the grandchildren. Do you know how insane that is? Where is your self-awareness, bro? But what do you expect from someone who moved on from their wife after 2 weeks?
By this ghost.
I wasn't going to disrupt any wedding, but anyway.
Yeah, you missed Irene coming over from Germany.
I know, I talked to her, and she said there were no bolties at the wedding, so that's why I figured you didn't go.
Yeah, I didn't want to go because I didn't want there to be some, scene in front of Sarah and her wedding. It's her wedding, for God's sake, not family drama.
There wouldn't have been any family drama because there was nobody but besides me it was going, so. Anyway, that's water over the dam, so.
Yeah, but it's real shit. Sarah only gets married once. Irene doesn't come over to the United States every freaking month.
Who's Irene?
She hasn't been over here in years. And you denied yourself your ability to see her because of this.
Sean, please. Okay.
No, it's the truth. You don't like to face that. It's not whatever.
I think, here's my take on this, right? It sounds like there's a lot going on, a lot of history, right? A lot of frustration on both your guys.
Listen, David, at this point, I know it's a very serious situation, but you gotta take that shirt off, man. It's getting bigger, and it's like venom. It's symbiote on you, and it's taking over. Take the damn shirt off. I'd love it, please.
What?
I'm not a psychiatrist. Art's not a psychologist. If you can go to counseling and get this stuff out on the table in a productive way, you guys can move on. Because you obviously care about each other. I've heard both things from you guys. But then you guys get together and it's like oil and water.
Has the dad said anything about the son? Nice?
Being a sentimental on these bromance that are happening between son and dad. I wish I ever had a chance to hug my dad. Is it too much to ask for you to shake a hand, to give each other a hug?
No.
Please.
What does this solve? I mean, I get it, but...
I love you, Dad.
Thank you. I love you too, son.
All right?
Well, at least he said it back, thankfully.
Okay?
I understand.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, anyway. Just don't attack me again, please.
Well, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean for you to hit your head.
Well, it wasn't my head. It was my rib I cracked.
Okay. I didn't mean for that to happen.
I know.
You know that?
I know.
Maybe he did actually crack a rib then. I don't know.
It's pretty hard when we're both telling each other to f off, Things get a little heated.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, I love how they blur it
I know
then,
some stuff about
but
some
not.
stuff. I'm only trying to help you.
Okay.
I always wanted you to be happy. I've always supported the women that you've dated. I want you to have relationships.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this camera angle, man? Guys, again, I'm no Gandalf with the Sony Canon things, but Why did we get a shot of his ass there?
I want that for you.
Yeah.
You just threw away 6 months of your life.
6 months?
Well,
that
make
much
up
money?
for it.
Yeah, the next holiday season is around. There is a Thanksgiving, there is Christmas. It's a lot of beautiful memories that you guys are gonna create together with grandkids.
Hopefully.
Anxious to see Addie and Melissa.
Yeah. Well, they want to obviously see you too.
So. Okay.
I'm not gonna beat you over the head with it, okay? We've known from day one what's been going on with this.
You keep your hands to yourself, Mr. Son, who, I've forgotten your name, but yeah, don't be beating anyone over the head with anything, because we know what you're like, cracking ribs.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get to church here not too long and get your pulled pork and stuff for tonight, so. But I'll bring it by and drop it off.
Yep, all right, sounds good.
And we've got some stuff coming up down at the museum. If you want to come to it, they got friends and family type thing coming up, that type of thing.
That will be amazing.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you both for letting us in your lives, letting us in your house.
I know we're strangers, but we want the best. We have best interests for both of you. And I gonna go and I'm gonna shake those cash mules who accept your money, and trust me, God bless America. There are ways that I'm not allowed to do in America that I would shoot differently those cash mules who accepted your money. I will do different techniques, but I can't. I'm good American citizenship. Yeah, hi.
Seekers, I know you see how much time is left in this video.
Yeah.
And that's because it's not over. Our next move was to track down where Alan's money was going.
I'm seated.
Alan ended up opening up more about where he was sending money to Art and David, and it helped us pinpoint a man named Evan. Evan is a man that was receiving money on behalf of this fake profile of Lisa. But why was he receiving it? We needed to get to the bottom of this. And before we go any further, if you like this video and you want to see more of this type of content, it really helps if you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, if you guys could do that to this video as well, because, as I said before, we're in limbo. It's not looking good. But we'll speak more seriously at the end of this. So please like, subscribe, and turn on the bells if you want. Please, genuinely, thank you for all your support, but please.
Thank you for making it this far through. We have way more to unravel. We'll knock on some doors to find out who Evan is.
If you move your head from side to side, you can see there's a light on inside right now.
And figure out why he was receiving these payments from Alan.
No, I haven't seen him for a long time. It's actually been pretty quiet over there.
Recording?
Yeah.
And lastly, we'll have a conversation
got a black
with
t-shirt on
Evan.
now, that's good.
Hey, Dave, this is Evan. Just calling to find out what's going on. Give me a call. Bye.
After our team packed up and left from Alan's house, we decided to do some research.
So this is the guy that had been receiving funds from Alan, and what I found out is that he's 64 years old. He lives in Northern California. He owns a couple businesses. So one of the companies is actually like an inspection company. It has a phone number, an email. Looks like a little duplex here on Yelp. Let's go see if we can find Evan.
With just the bank transfers, Brienne was able to pull Evan's whereabouts through a name search.
Crazy.
We hopped on the first flight to Sacramento to
What
see
is
if we
this
could
music?
find him. Let's see what we can dig up.
Let's go. I love this camera angle. Nice.
We had a
long car.
huge problem. We had the area of where Evan could possibly be, but not a specific address. Apparently, Evan owned all of these homes in this area. Our only hope was to knock on some doors and try to get some information out of his tenants. Some people were helpful, some were concerned, and others told us to kick rocks.
Why is he filming me? Everybody, yeah. Stop filming my damn.
Sorry, we'll get out of your way.
So we went, no answer first door, no answer second door.
I mean, if two men knocked on my door and someone was filming me, I'd do the exact same thing. Turn the damn camera off.
And then right when she's closing the door, the other guy like shows up to the initial door that we walked up to. So Evan's son lives there with that guy.
Yeah, and it looks like it's all their properties that they're renting to people.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he's like, well, he lives at that address, and that's
It's
his
a home
office.
and a business.
Yeah, so we're gonna go there now.
Hey boys, quick question. We're looking for Evan. He lives over here, 714, and there is tax business. Do you know if they open? Because for some reason the main door is closed.
You know what? I haven't seen his truck lately, so I don't know if he's been open lately.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, but if someone starts their sentence, you know, and you're asking for information, and they start with, so, you know what? They're about to lie, all right? They're about to drop some dirty, dirty lies.
Because Evan usually parks back here, yeah, so...
Because we came yesterday, nobody was home. We came today.
No, I haven't seen him for a long time. Like, it's actually been pretty quiet over there.
Cap.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
Cool.
I felt like he was kind of brushing us off.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Sean?
Yeah.
Hey, this is David McLeod with Social Catfish. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Good. So,
there is a guy who's 65 years old. He lives in Sacramento.
Oh, he's 64.
And we went yesterday to his house. He didn't open the door, but they do have a business. And looks like his son run the business.
Is it that house right there?
No, it's here on the right.
The team drove around for a while and we found Evan's office. It appeared to be open, but no one answered the door.
I mean, I don't think you would, innit? Donnie turns up looking like Tony Stark with a beaming light on his chest. I wouldn't open the damn door. I'd be shitting bricks.
Let's go through the front door.
It's so weird
if you
seeing
move your
David
head from
in
side to
this
side, you can see
situation.
there's a light on inside right now. And so the blinds are all the way closed.
That's actually so bizarre. It says open, but it's not open. The door is closed. Unless, he's afraid.
We circled Evan's office and found out that he had a house in the back.
Oh my days. How much money this guy got?
Mr. Evan! Hello?
But once again, no luck. No one answered the door.
I mean, obviously.
David began to look at some of the photos on Evan's Instagram page and noticed an old post with the same truck that was on the scene.
That's so fucking shady, dude.
Thank you for calling More Tax Service. We're not available at this time.
You can hide, but you cannot hide from us. We're still gonna find you. Just doesn't make sense. Like, they hiding from us.
And the door yesterday, was locked,
Yeah.
right? So today it was open. So,
Yeah.
somebody's been in and out of the
Oh, yeah.
house.
No, he's
Or is
fucking-
in the house.
We didn't have much luck finding Evan in Sacramento, and the team was feeling defeated. So we decided to head back home. We wondered if we ever hear from Evan, and a few days later, David received a mysterious call from a number he didn't recognize.
Hey, Dave, this is Evan. Just calling to find out what's going on. Give me a call. Bye.
You recording?
Yeah.
All right, can we get a
Let's see if
camera?
he even answers.
Pretty good.
Hello? Evan! I know, we made a little noise in Sacramento.
The next day, Evan agreed to hop on a video call with us.
Sorry for the noise that we made in your neighborhood.
Yeah, my tenant was a little worried. He texted me, he's like, what's going on, Evan? It's like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, we knew that you were in trouble. We tried to knock on so many doors, and and unfortunately, from all days that we flew, we came on Sunday, Monday, and you were out of town until Tuesday. So it's just we miss you by an inch.
After we apologized for making all of that ruckus in Evan's neighborhood, he opened up to us about his internet relationship.
When we first started talking, we were talking via texting. Then said all of a sudden, hey, can you switch over to G-Chat and we'll talk that way.
G-Chat.
Us speaking to Evan and him being so open to sharing more information about his internet relationship opened up a spider web of other money mules and possible romance scam victims.
Wow, it's the multiverse, the spider web. It's the multiverse of scam. I want to say G chat, right? Here in the UK, if we're going off London slang, right? G chat would be, yo G, let me chat to you. 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 Chat to you G, let me chat to you. Chat to you G, let me chat to you. Stormzy, call me right now. Let's make a track. What was the purpose of that? There was none.
And so the goal with this is to find the big fish, right? The
Oh
guy who's
my!
taking money from everybody, because you had sent, $135,000, but there's over $1 million that's been sent in total, right? You've sent us the information of the people you've sent money to. We're going to reach out to them, see if there's any different information that leads to anybody else, because these scammers, they use a lot of the same things over and over: phone numbers, email addresses, different things. They leave little breadcrumbs across the internet.
Hansel and
And so
Gretel.
we're going to try to trace those breadcrumbs down.
Our next move is to contact all of these people who accepted Evan's money and try to get more information on the people behind these fake profiles.
We'll be diligent
We're
with
going
this,
like this.
Evan. And so, I'll get you the tracker later today. And so if you could just send me a text once you send it over to this person, and then I'll be watching it. And as soon as they click on it, I'll let you know. Okay.
You know, believe it or not, you're the answer to my prayers. I mean, I was just kind of like, something is totally wrong, because I started going back on the whole thing, because we first started talking, and then she said, well, yeah, let's go to the G chat and all that kind of stuff. And I says, well, how about if I
G-chat.
call you, directly? This is, oh no, you can't call me because, Egypt has this rule, they don't take incoming calls. It's like, no, that's crazy.
Same story. Oh my God.
Evan was able to send us over some of the photos.
Oh, listen. I know the story isn't really based on Mr. Evan here, but as a businessman, and you rent out homes and etc., why would you think? First of all, I don't even think she's actually there. If that's a real picture, then you look heavily photoshopped into the background, but that's another story. But why would you think that as a businessman, right? That is obviously wrong. I can't receive calls. That's a rule in Egypt. But then you still furthered on. You still carried on with the relationship. So, as a business, these are the businessmen that these are the people that have money. All right? The world is cruel.
Tracks he got from his woman that he was dating online in his scam. The real woman in these images has nothing to do with either of these scams.
Again, that's
Her
Photoshop,
likeness and
right?
photos were stolen to dupe Evan out of money and to move Alan's money.
Evan, how long you been with this quote-unquote relationship with this lady?
It's still going on.
1 year or less?
Since August of 22.
Okay, August 22.
So come up on 2 years now.
In 2 years.
Whoa. Alan and Sean are now looking for family counselor. Good. I would have suggested that at the end of this anyway. Block the fake profile. Promises to never send money to anyone he's never met in person. You would have hoped so in the beginning.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of our new videos go out every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Oh, that's it. I thought it was Tuesdays. That joke is old and shit, but it's over now. What can we take from this? I think the main take point here is the fact that no one seemed to address the fact that this man moved on from his dead wife of 50 plus years in 2 weeks. I'm genuinely concerned at that. I don't care about anything else, right? He got scammed, whatever, they all get scammed, yeah? In 6 months, he splashed out 300 grand. You do you, right? I don't care about that aspect. I care about the level of disrespect that was shown to the wife in every aspect of this. The husband moved on so quickly. The son never mentioned his mum. I mean, I guess, it might hurt to mention her, but how are you saying this is a man you look up to when he's moving on that quickly. Now, I know someone in the comments will mention that, you know, everyone grieves differently. I understand that, right? Don't get me wrong. Everyone grieves in their own way. Someone might, you know, lock themselves in their bedroom and cry all day. Someone else might take themselves to the movies, go to the gym. I get it. But 2 weeks on, and you already want to start a new relationship, I'm sorry, but that's a spit in the face of your wife. God rest her soul. So the main taking point here is I didn't appreciate at all anything regarding the wife. So, and you know, don't send money to people you don't know. I think that's a given every single time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, obviously the setup is still new, so if you are seeing anything that's a bit like iffy, forgive me. And what else? I feel like there was something else I was gonna say. Alright. The channel is plateauing, we'll say. I mentioned it in the reaction that's gonna go up today, actually, Sunday, if that makes sense or not. The world is funny. What am I on about? Maybe I'm just expecting too much, and I think I definitely, back in my days when I was on TikTok, I expected too much, but then I fell out of love with TikTok, and I don't want to fall out of love with YouTube. So, I mean, I'll keep going, of course, but just want to let you know where my head's at, especially seeing everyone else around me. They are growing much faster, but then I guess that, you know, it again makes me, it needs me to be more, you know, as I say, take a step back and just enjoy the ride, right? So, I mean, we'll keep going. You know what I mean? So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Maybe it's a bummer end to the video, but I just thought I'd let you know, because we keep it real here. I'll let you know my thoughts, my feelings. Thank you all, everyone, for your support. Again, I didn't even think I would get to this part or this stage a few years ago. So, take care. Love you all. Peace. And if you want to see more, playlist as usual is there. Take care of yourselves.